The story of Little Mermaid Aria. Once upon a time, in the very deep ocean, there was a world that no one knew about. Dolphins would sing. Jellyfish would dance. Little colorful fish would swim. And in the deep waters was a glorious underwater kingdom. The sea people in this kingdom lived in peace with all the underwater creatures. It was ruled by King Poseidon, who loved his daughters so very much and always kept them in the kingdom. Arya was the youngest and did not understand why he never let her go anywhere. He told her there were dangers outside the kingdom's gates. She thought he must mean the men and creatures living on the land.
Arya, someday you will be old enough to wear your own crown. But until then, you must stay here in the kingdom where it is safe. I forbid you to leave.
But I'm so curious about the people and animals on the land. The people on the land have no respect for the life in the sea. They throw trash in our ocean, and we can't trust them. So you need to trust your father, Arya.
Little Mermaid Arya did listen, but the more she thought about what her grandmother said, the more curious she became.
I just cannot wait for my grown-up crown. The people living on the land might be just as kind as we are.
And little Arya thought up a plan in order to sneak out of the underwater kingdom. She thought about her friends, Big Whale Willie and Little Dolphin Dolphy, because they could go in and out of the water kingdom whenever they wanted. At the gate to the underwater kingdom, the swordfish guards moved aside to let Dolphin Dolphy and Whale Willie out into the ocean. They were free to come and go as they wanted. But once they were out of sight, Whale Willie opened his mouth wide, and out came his stowaway, the Little Mermaid Aria. And just like that, Arya was out on her own and swam right up to the surface of the water. For the first time of her life, she felt the wind, saw the sunset, and heard the seagulls.
This is an amazing feeling.
Here's my whole deep blue sea. Everything is fun, friends with me. The king called me the Little Mermaid, the very best daughter of the king of the sea. Just look around, you will see the joy, a beautiful life, and the ocean roar. Just look around, you will see the joy, a beautiful life, and the ocean roar.
Just then, Arya heard music coming from across the water. She dove into the water and swam towards the sound. Then she saw a huge boat and fireworks over it.
A boat! Come, Dolphy, let's get a closer look. Arya, stop! It might be dangerous.
Her friend Dolphy had warned her, but Arya didn't listen.
Arya, stop!
She swam up next to the boat, where she could see the king of the land and his son, Prince Edward. They were celebrating the prince's birthday.
A prince! Arya, you shouldn't be here. Those soldiers could be dangerous. We should go back home now. They might see us.
The prince started playing his flute on the bow of the ship.
He doesn't sound like a bad person.
Arya sang along with the tune of the flute with her beautiful voice. The prince heard her voice and looked around, surprised.
Whose beautiful voice is this?
Be careful, Arya. They're going to see you.
Far, far away, King Poseidon's evil sister, the sea witch Vega, used to live in the palace of King Poseidon, but had done bad things and was banished from the beautiful underwater kingdom. The day has come, the daughter of King Poseidon and a human. I sent thunder and storm and lightning, waves to overturn the boat and sink the prince. Because of the sea witch's spell, the waves began to break apart the prince's boat.
No! The boat is sinking! We need to help them!
Arya dove into the waves, swimming through the debris of the sinking ship all the way to the bottom of the ocean. She saw the flute of the prince and grabbed it. Then she saw the prince sinking to the sandy ocean floor. She took his hand and swam as fast as she could towards the land.
Wake up! Please wake up!
The prince slowly awakened and was shocked to be alive.
You're alive!
And to see a beautiful red-headed mermaid next to him. Arya heard a dog barking and realized she was on the land and quickly dove back into the sea. The king and his soldiers and a young lady were searching for the prince, hoping to find him on shore.
A girl saved me. Father, I couldn't see her face, but I feel like I've heard that voice before.
Meanwhile, back in the ocean, Arya returned to the underwater kingdom. She still had the prince's flute and couldn't stop thinking about how handsome he was. Her father had been looking for her, and when he saw the flute, he knew that she had gone up to the surface of the ocean.
I warned you, Arya, and you didn't listen to me and ran away from the safety of the kingdom. You should have waited.
But the prince would have drowned!
What? A prince? You left the protection of the kingdom, Arya. You must trust me so that I can protect you from danger. I forbid you to leave the underwater kingdom.
King Poseidon left. He was upset and deeply worried about his daughter's heart. But Arya was still determined to return to see the prince again, and so she made a terrible mistake and left her father's kingdom again to seek out the evil witch Vega in the dark part of the ocean. Vega's two-headed guard snake was watchful around the witch's sea palace and saw the little mermaid coming.
Vega, the king's daughter approaches. It's time to take revenge on the king.
I knew this would happen. She has a wild, rebellious heart. Let her in, Snake. Arya was a little frightened, but wanted to see the prince, so she went in to ask the witch for help. Vega agreed to help, but demanded something valuable from the little mermaid. I will prepare a magical potion to turn you into a human. You will walk on the land and dance with your precious prince. But in return, I will take your beautiful voice.
My voice? But without my voice...
Mermaid shrugged and accepted the evil potion because she was foolish and her heart wanted to fall in love with the prince. But remember, the magic potion will wear off in 3 days, unless you get the prince to fall in love with you. Otherwise, you will change back into a mermaid and never remember your prince or your father ever again. Arya was so foolish and drank the magic potion. Then she started swimming up to the surface of the sea. And as she got closer to land, her tail started to disappear, and instead, she had human legs. Her friend Dolphy saw her and quickly came to help her.
Arya, you've never had legs. You need to be careful.
Little Mermaid managed to get to the shore with the help of Dolphy. Prince Edward was already there, looking for the girl who had saved him.
You seem familiar. Have we met each other before?
Arya did not have a voice, so she just nodded and gave the flute back to the prince.
Yes, we have met. You must be the girl who saved me from drowning. And that voice I heard while I was playing the flute on the deck, what is your name?
Arya tried to explain what happened to her,
Oh, you cannot talk?
but she could not speak. So the prince decided that she must be a different girl, since the girl he remembered had a beautiful voice. Still, he wanted to help this desperate girl and took her to his palace. At the Land Kingdom's castle, the prince's father was preparing for his son's wedding to another young lady. Arya watched from far away and was sad that she could not marry the prince. The days passed, and she could not talk to the prince. Arya knew the potion would wear off soon, and she would lose all her memories. Arya thought it was impossible for her to make Prince fall in love with her without her voice. Then the third day arrived. Arya was so sad. But just then, something unexpected happened. Her mermaid sisters came out of the sea, and then her grandmother.
My dear grandchild, we have come to rescue you and break the witch's evil spell.
Then the waves rose up in a giant splash, and Arya's father, King Poseidon, came out of the water.
Arya, my beautiful daughter, you went to the very danger I was trying to protect you from, but I have rescued your voice in this seashell. I have broken the witch's spell, so you will have your voice, and you will always remember us.
The king of the sea pointed his trident to the seashell in the hands of the grandmother, and the spell was broken. Her voice returned back to Arya.
My voice! Thank you, my dear family. I love you so much. No!
Whale Willie rushed the little mermaid to the prince's boat. The prince and a princess from another kingdom were about to be married. But suddenly, the prince heard something and stopped. It was Arya's beautiful voice again. After seeing Arya on the whale, Prince Edward jumped into the water to go speak with her.
It was you! I knew it! You are the girl who saved me.
My name is Arya.
And so it was that Prince Edward called off the wedding and made peace with King Poseidon's ocean kingdom. Arya was the first mermaid who ever learned to live on land as a human and as a mermaid in the sea. And eventually, she and Prince Edward became friends and married and lived happily ever after. Little Mermaid, Baby Shark. Once upon a time, deep in the ocean, in the cold water, below the shining deep sea kingdom, there was a big and very dangerous shark gang that everyone was afraid of. The shark gang mistreated all the sea creatures and scared them with their huge, sharp teeth. The little one was called Baby Shark and loved to dance and sing.
I'm Baby Shark, do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby Shark, do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby Shark, do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby Shark. Love to sing, do-do-do-do-do-do. Love to laugh, do-do-do-do-do-do. Love to dance, do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby Shark. So let's shout, do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's go up, do-do-do-do-do-do. To have fun, do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby Shark.
Hey you, sing it again. Sharks like us don't sing, Baby Shark. Got it? Because we's a gang.
But no, I'm not like you. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Shut up. That's nonsense. The mean shark gang took Baby Shark with them and swam to the dark part of the ocean where the sea witch Vega lived in her cave. Snake was on watch at the entrance of the cave, but he was busy trying to eat seaweed ice cream with his double head.
Delicious.
No, I get the rest. That was mine.
Snake didn't even see the sharks swim right past him. Baby Shark followed his mean brothers reluctantly and saw the eerie face of the sea witch Vega. You have finally come. I trust you the most in these seas. Guess why? Because we're the biggest, dangerousest, and terrifyingest gang of sharks in the whole ocean. Exactly. I'm hungry. Go get me a cute little dolphin and fill my belly. No problem, your witchiness. Piece of cake. The shark gang left the cave immediately to follow Vega's orders. They were swimming so fast that Baby Shark was having trouble keeping up with them. Sometimes he would even get squished between his older brothers with their big fins. He didn't like this plan. Meanwhile, in the glorious deep sea kingdom, King Poseidon's 3 beautiful mermaid daughters played in the royal ocean room. Arya, the youngest and most beautiful of her sisters, was able to live in the sea with her tail, and when she returned to her husband, Prince Edward, her tail would transform into legs and feet when she was on the land.
I think it's so neat how you can walk and talk.
Right? I'm a walkie-talkie.
Tell me that story about the king's magical powers again.
One day, when all the fish were enjoying the summer ocean, the tiny dolphin Dolphy visited the deep sea kingdom to visit his good friend, Mermaid Aria. King Poseidon told Dolphy that Arya was not there, but with Prince Edward on the land. So little dolphin Dolphy decided to go see her and swam towards the surface. But then, the dangerous shark gang saw him and got in his way. Hey, boss! Here's a tiny dolphin, just like Vega wants for lunch. Yeah. Surround him when I count to 3. 1, 2... But the dumbest shark jumped out before the older brother counted to 3. I hadn't said 3 yet. Baby Shark saw what was happening and tried to stop his brothers from kidnapping the dolphin.
Stop! I said stop! Don't harm him!
But his big brothers were bigger and stronger and swam right past him to catch Dolphy the dolphin.
I wish I was a bigger, stronger shark. Then I could have stopped my brothers. I have to save that little dolphin.
Baby Shark swam after his brothers and thought how to save the dolphin. Back on shore, Arya and Prince Edward were playing the game of stone skipping on the pier of the castle by the ocean. To Arya, that dock was her front door.
5, 6, 7. 7.
It's your turn.
Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh no, you won. Make your wish.
My wish is that you'd sing me a song with your beautiful voice.
Here's my home, deep blue sea. Everything is fun, friends with me. The king called me the little mermaid, the very best daughter of the king of the sea. Just look around, you will see the joy, a beautiful life, and the ocean roar. Just look around, you will see the joy, a beautiful life, and the ocean roar.
But not all was well under the sea. In the dark part of the ocean, little dolphin Dolphy was crying in a cage.
Help! Help! Is anyone out there? I'm trapped in a cage. Why am I in a dungeon? Help me! Help me! I don't want to be eaten.
Snake heard him and came up to the front of the cage.
Hey, we caught you on purpose. Get it? On purpose? Now be quiet. You are a prisoner.
Stop playing with my food, Snake. Get out of here. Go stand guard. Well, if it isn't Aria's little dolphin friend. Thanks for coming over for dinner. Dolphy was scared. But soon, as the sea witch Vega wandered away, Baby Shark sneaked in through the wall. It was shocking how lax the security was around the witch's cave. Dolphy was frightened right away.
Hi, don't be afraid. It's okay, little dolphin. I'm not like my brothers. I will not harm you. Really? You're not tricking me, are you? No. I'm here to save you.
Baby Shark started gnawing the bars, but the cage was too strong.
Arya, you should let Mermaid Arya know. She's on land in the castle by the ocean. She can help.
Baby Shark listened to Dolphy and swam to the surface of the water. Up on the surface, Mermaid Arya and Prince Edward splashed their feet in the water while they watched the sunset. But then they noticed the shark fin approaching.
Hey, what's that? A fin? A dolphin?
It's a shark. Be careful, my prince.
Baby Shark came close to the dock and poked his head up out of the water.
Don't be afraid. I am Baby Shark. Your little dolphin friend is in trouble. He is a prisoner in Vega's cave. Dolphy! Goodbye, Edward.
Yeah. Did that shark just speak?
When Arya jumped into the sea, her feet disappeared and her tail came back. Arya and Baby Shark sneaked past Snake while he was busy trying to catch his own tail. But the sea witch was already watching Arya through her magic crystal pearl. Oh well. I suppose you're here to save your tiny friend. I get 2 for the price of 1. Vega surprised Arya with poisonous ink, using her tentacles to shoot them through the water at her. But Arya dodged them. While Arya fought Vega, Baby Shark found the key of the dungeon and managed to save the little dolphin Dolphy. Arya could not defeat the sea witch, so she began to use the magic of the ocean that the king of the sea had taught her. The water currents began to flow like wind and light and stopped all the ink balls from hitting her.
Take that and this. What? How are you stopping those? Stop hurting people, Vega. That's not what you were meant for. Baby Shark saved me, Arya. Now let's get out of here.
Arya moved the protective shield around all three of them, and they left the dark cave and swam back to the Sea Kingdom.
Wow, this magic shield thing is really great. So, this is kind of a long water trip. Does it come with snacks or something? I'm sorry I misunderstood you, Baby Shark. I thought you were mean because you were in the Shark Gang. But I'm so happy to know you as my friend. Thank you. I'm very glad to have a friend. I've never wanted to be a part of that Shark Gang. It's okay, Baby Shark. You don't have to be in their gang. Come live here in the Sea Kingdom with my friends.
Baby Shark loved the Sea Kingdom and loved to sing his favorite song to his friends.
And Baby Shark, dip 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 dip. Baby Shark, dip 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 dip. Baby Shark, dip 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 dip. Baby Shark, love to sing, dip 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 dip. Love to laugh, dip 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 dip. Love to dance, dip 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 dip. Baby Shark, so let's shout, dip 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 dip. Let's go up, dip 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 dip. To have fun, dip 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 dip. Baby Shark.
Little Mermaid, Deep Blue Sea. Once upon a time, there was a huge castle on the ocean shore. There, Prince Edward and his wife lived happily. Her name was Aria, and she was a mermaid.
Here's my home, deep blue sea. Everything is fun, friends with me. The king called me the little mermaid, the very best daughter of the king of the sea. Just look around, you will see the joy, a beautiful life, and the ocean roar. Just look around, you will see the joy, a beautiful life, and the ocean roar.
Deeper in the ocean, in the dark cave, was another castle, but this one was an evil castle. The Sea King's evil sister lived there, planning and plotting to destroy the Sea Kingdom and take her brother's throne. One day, the evil sea witch Vega was swimming on the ocean floor with her sidekick, Snake, and she saw a mirror with a purple frame stuck in the sand. A magic mirror here in the bottom of the ocean. I wonder where it came from.
Yes, take it to the caves, your majesty. It might be useful.
The sea witch took the mirror and went to the cave. As soon as she arrived, she stood in front of the mirror, but did not see a reflection of herself or anything else. Days passed, and still the magic mirror only swirled and floated. The sea witch did not understand how it worked, and just as she was going to throw it away, the whirlpool started to change. Inside the whirlpool appeared the owner of the magic mirror. It was the evil Queen Hela. Mirror, mirror, what do you think? Show me, show me, show me. Where did you sink? Vega was surprised to see that there was a land woman in the mirror. And Snake hid in fear.
Your majesties, the woman in the mirror is not used.
Yeah.
Vega, the sea witch, came close to the mirror and responded to Hela.
This magic mirror is in the dark waters under the seas, and is in the possession of Poseidon's sister. That's me.
Hela and her chamberlain Dunkov could not believe what they saw. A sea woman with long tentacle legs. Dunkov had heard about the Sea Kingdom and whispered to his queen about the powers of that world. Hela was very interested in getting new powers from the ocean, so she made an offer to the sea witch.
Well, Land Witch Sandwich, how about I make you a deal? You evil-hearted queen. You help me out with the problem, and I will give you the Book of Spells, which contains very powerful spells.
The sea witch Vega told the evil-hearted Hela everything about the mermaid Arya and the prince Edward. She said that if she could capture the prince, she could gain control over the deep sea kingdom forever. It was 3 days later that Prince Edward began preparations for a sea voyage on his father's ship. Just like always, he went to the bow of the ship and looked at the clouds to check the weather.
Haha, the sky is clear, the weather is sunny, and the clouds are high. Perfect conditions for sailing.
Next, Prince Edward was going to lean over the railing to see if the waters were calm. But the prince's dog barked and ran to him. The dog tried to pull him towards the land.
Whoa, whoa, what's wrong, old boy? Do you sense danger?
And just then, the sky suddenly darkened. The clouds came together and blocked the sunlight. Huge waves appeared on the horizon. Queen Hela was using her crystal ball to control the clouds and winds around the prince's ship, and the sea witch Vega was creating giant waves through the crystal pearl. Then an enormous wave swept over Edward and pulled him to the water, to the bottom of the ocean. Back at the castle, the mermaid Arya saw the terrible storm and ran towards the dock to find Prince Edward. She ran to the dock where Daggy had just swam back from the storm.
We don't have much time, Daggy.
Snake, who was waiting at the bottom of the ocean, found the prince and tied his feet and took him to the underwater cave. Mermaid Arya gathered all her courage and dove off the pier into the sea. But Vega saw her through her crystal pearl and suddenly turned the top of the water into ice. So Mermaid Arya fell right onto the hard ice and hurt herself. She tried to break the ice with her hands and feet, but it didn't work.
Oh no! I can't get into the water! It must be Vega trying to stop me from saving Edward!
At that time, her tiny friend Dolphin, Dolphy, who realized that Arya could not dive into the sea, came to her, and he tried to break the ice with his nose, but it was too hard. Then, Seagull Ringo came to help. He tried to break the ice with his beak, but he also failed. Time was running out. Prince Edward was imprisoned in the cave of the sea witch and could not hold his breath much longer. Vega, the sea witch, stood before the black mirror.
Black mirror in the sea, show that sandwich queen Hela to me. I did what you wanted, squid and eggs. Now you have to give me the book of spells in return.
The sea witch took the book of spells from the potion closet and thrust it through the whirlpool inside the mirror. But tiny octopus arms on the book stuck to Vega's arm, and she could not let go. And so, the magic mirror transported her into the land where Queen Hela lived.
No! It can't be! How did I come here? I have to turn back to my cave!
While the sea witch flopped around on land, the tiny dolphin Dolphy had gone for help. He asked the giant whale, Willy, who lived in Deep Sea Kingdom, to help break the ice. The giant whale Willy and the tiny dolphin Dolphy swam towards the surface of the water. Arya, who realized what Willy was doing and was very happy. The big whale swam upwards and managed to break the ice on the surface with his strong nose. Mermaid Aria immediately jumped into the water and swam towards the evil Vega's underwater cave. As soon as Arya entered the water, her feet turned into a mermaid's tail. Her friends Dolphy and Willy swam with her and reached the cave of Vega the Sea Witch. The double-headed snake was standing guard at the entrance of the cave. He saw someone coming. He called out to the Sea Witch, who he thought was still in the cave.
Your Majesties, they have come. Where are you? Do something.
Big Whale Willy had enough of the snake, so he trapped him in his huge mouth.
No. I hate whale breath. Oh.
And it's dark in here.
Help us.
Quick, search all the rooms. I'm going to the bone dungeon to look for Prince Edward.
When Mermaid Arya reached the bone dungeon, she saw the prince unconscious on the floor. Arya squeezed through the cracks of the bone cage and then placed magic sea sand into the prince's mouth to help him breathe under the water. Suddenly, a magical light surrounded the prince. His feet slowly disappeared, and they were replaced by a red fishtail. So, Prince Edward awoke and began to breathe underwater.
You're alive!
Arya! I can breathe underwater! This is a very good feeling. Thank you. You saved my life.
Come on, let's get you out of here, my prince.
The mermaid Arya and Prince Edward, now a seaman, held hands and swam to the surface of the water. Their lives, filled with joy and happiness, continued in the sea and on the land.
Hi, birds. Do you think we could get wings sometime? That'd be so cool.
After days of flopping through the dirt, the sea witch finally reached the sea and returned to her cave. And when she saw that Prince had escaped, "One way or another, I will enter that deep sea kingdom." Little Mermaid to save the king. Once upon a time, Prince Edward and the mermaid princess Arya were sailing together on a ship as fast as the wind, higher than the waves.
See? The wood floats. That's my favorite thing about boats.
Edward and Arya often took trips together to explore new places that no one had seen before. Deep underwater, the sea witch Vega was, once again, thinking up plans to take the Sea Kingdom from her brother, King Poseidon. Her assistant, Snake, came to the crystal pearl in the cave and slowly touched it with his head. And then the globe magically showed him all that was happening in the sea.
Your Majesties, Arya and Edward, they went on a journeys.
Vega came over at once.
Snake, how many times have I told you, hands off my magic crystal pearl? As long as they're on the sea, I can do all sorts of evil to them.
What if you destroy the lands, Your Majesties?
The sea witch Vega thought about what Snake had said, and
I've got it. If I destroy all the land in the world, I can torment Arya all the time. Let's see how long the prince and the rest of the humans can live underwater.
Vega decided this was the best way for her to become queen of the sea and take the Sea Kingdom away from her brother, the Good King. Without wasting any time, she wrote down on the algae paper the materials she needed for her treacherous plan.
Dear Miss Little Mermaid, you don't know me yet. This is Vega. You all should be afraid. I'll follow you till the end. Snake, always stay awake. Watch Aria and Poseidon. Hope you won't make mistakes. I'm writing down my plans to destroy all the bands. One day I will have my freedom. Live in deep blue sea kingdom. Snake, be by my side. I will show you in detail how we go inside.
Back on the ship, Arya was sitting in her cabin and writing a diary.
Dear Diary, when I was living in the oceans, I was wandering among colorful corals, following the seahorses, singing to oysters, painting the pictures of the beauties I saw. I miss them all.
While the mermaid Arya was writing, she heard the crew's voices up on deck.
Land ho! I tell the captain we see land.
Arya was very glad to hear this good news. She was about to go find Prince Edward, but her friend the seagull, Ringo, ran right into the ship's window. Ringo was in such a rush that he didn't realize he was running into the clear glass window. He tried getting in several times before Arya finally realized that he needed help.
Ringo, welcome. You look so upset. Is there something wrong?
My princess, dear Arya, your father, the lands, the earth, all of them will be destroyed soon.
What do you mean, Ringo? How can the land be destroyed?
Ringo and the mermaid Arya quickly went up to the deck of the ship. Ringo went up to the crow's nest to point the direction, and then told Arya that her father, King Poseidon, had been taken prisoner, and that all the land on all the earth had begun to disappear, one place at a time.
If you don't do something, Arya, the ship too will disappear soon. All the people who can't live under the water will disappear.
No! That would be such an awful, terrible thing!
Just then, Arya noticed that Vega's snake was in the water, sneakily watching the ship.
This must all be happening because of the sea witch Vega. I know it's her. I must go back into the sea, my prince, to try to stop her.
Prince Edward saw that the nearby land was slowly disappearing. He didn't want Arya to go, but he had to stay on the ship with his crew, so he let her go without him.
I don't want to leave you alone, Arya, but you must go and save us all.
The mermaid Arya headed to the deck and whistled for her sea friends. Her tiny friend the dolphin heard the whistling from the depths of the sea and swam up to the surface to find her. As soon as Arya saw Dolphy coming, she dove into the water. As she started swimming deeper and deeper, her legs magically turned into a mermaid tail again.
Dolphy, we are going to Vega's cave.
As Arya and Dolphy swam, the evil witch was already in her cave, where she had captured her kind-hearted brother and was bragging about her evil plan. If you don't give me the Sea Kingdom, your precious daughter Arya and all her human friends will perish in the oceans. But just then, Arya and Dolphy had arrived to Vega's cave. Dolphy was terrified, but he did his best to trick the snake who guarded the front door.
Hi, excuse me, I lost my way. I wonder how I can get from here to the Ocean Amusement Park.
Amusement park? There's an amusement park here? Where is it? We want to go.
Oh yes, of course. And it's such a fun place.
While Dolphy distracted Snake, Mermaid Arya sneaked in. She saw her father tied up. Then she saw her father's magic trident and the witch's big cabinet with potions. Arya sneaked up to help her father. Come on, brother. Give me your crown and make me the ruler of the Sea Kingdom. Arya grabbed her father's wand and went behind Vega.
Don't move, Vega.
You? How did you get here? When Arya waved the wand at the sea witch, lightning came out from the wand and caught Vega. Snake! At that time, Snake had already left his guard duty, and he was having fun with Dolphy at the amusement park, not even hearing Vega's scream for help. Snake! The mermaid rescued her father and gave the trident back to him. Arya and King Poseidon left the cave immediately. King Poseidon was just about to seal up the cave with his wand.
Father, wait! We can't leave here without breaking the spell!
The mermaid quickly went back inside and collected the materials under the pearl globe one by one to break the spell that destroys the land. Then she took the seashell which held the magical dust. Wait! Don't take that! Leave it! No! No! Although she was bound with the lightning, Vega threw the poisonous ink to the mermaid with all her might. But the mermaid swam away quickly back to her father. And when Arya came out of the cave, the king sealed the cave with enormous stones. The mermaid swam to the surface of the sea as fast as she could to see if the spell had been broken. Prince Edward and his crew were very happy when they saw the faraway lands appeared again.
Look, sir.
Yay! The
Hurrah!
land is back.
She did it! Aria has saved us.
The mermaid was swimming so fast that she flew up out of the water and into the air. And then landed onto the deck with her feet. She went to Prince Edward.
My princess, you did it. You saved the lives of all humans and land animals.
Ringo, who came by flying from faraway lands, landed to the ship and thanked Arya.
Now everything is back to normal, Princess. The kingdoms and lands are restored.
This made Arya very happy indeed, and she and the prince laughed with joy. Vega's assistant Snake realized that he was alone in the amusement park, and when he fearfully went to the sea witch, he saw that the entrance of the cave was closed.
Your Majesties, did you know there's a water park in the waters?
Grr! Shut your mouth, Snake! Back on the prince's ship, the mermaid gave Prince Edward the magic seashell with the magic sea sand in it.
Edward, now no matter what happens, you'll always be able to use this sand to turn into a seaman.
All the people were happy that their lands had been restored. And the prince and princess sailed into the beautiful ocean beneath the colorful rainbow in search of new lands. The Little Mermaid and Disappearing Fish. Once upon a time, Arya, the most beautiful mermaid in the world of the oceans, and her dear prince Edward got on a cruise ship and sailed to faraway seas. The journey was so lovely that the beauty of the morning sun fascinated everyone.
My prince, I could just sail with you in this beautiful ocean for the rest of my life.
Edward and Arya picked tropical fruits from every island they visited. Pineapple, mango, coconut, papaya, pitaya, raspberry, banana, lemons, and more. Dozens of the most delicious fruits in the 7 seas. They were going to present these fruits to the people in their homeland when they returned to the castle. One day, when the prince and the little mermaid Arya were looking at the ocean, they noticed that in the water there were no ocean creatures.
My princess, we haven't seen any fish in the ocean for days. I wonder why.
Yes, I noticed. My friend Dolphy has not been around for a few days.
Worried about the undersea world, the little mermaid decided she should go investigate the underwater kingdom and check in on her family and friends. Prince Leo walked her to the bow of the ship. Arya became worried.
My prince, if I don't come back by sunset, there is definitely something dangerous going on underwater.
Little Mermaid Arya walked to the end of the ship and leapt into the sea. As soon as she dove into the water, her human legs magically turned back into a mermaid tail. Arya swam swiftly through the water towards the deep sea kingdom, but she could not see any fish friends around. The sea felt too still. As she came near, she called out her best fish friends.
Dolphy! Willie! My crab friends, where are you?
But no one responded. Arya could not hear anything other than the sound of the sand and the water, the magnificent deep sea kingdom, and the whole shimmering blue sea looked calm and empty. The little mermaid Arya swam towards a seashell in the sand. Seashells magically recorded every sound and every wave in the underwater world, just like a diary. Arya put the seashell to her ear and started to listen to the things that had happened.
It was a bright and fun day in our underwater home. Colorful fish, dolphins, jellyfish were active and cheerful. As the sunlight filtered through the water onto the sea floor, the evil witch Vega and her assistant Snake came. I heard them making plans to steal the kingdom's treasure so that Vega could establish her own kingdom, away from King Poseidon and his family. Then Vega and Snake met with the shark gang and they disappeared. I started moving forward in the sand to convey what I heard to the king, but I was stunned at what I saw. A huge fishing net slowly descending into the water. I was afraid, so I hid myself right away.
Arya could not believe the things she heard. She left the seashell where it was and immediately went to look for the fishing net. After swimming a little, she came across a huge fishing net full of sea animals. And her best friend, Dolphy, was in it.
Oh, Dolphy, I finally found you. Arya, hurry up! Save us now! There are 2 other big fishing nets like this one.
While the mermaid was thinking of a plan to save them, Prince Edward was on his ship, waiting for her to reply. She had been gone a long time, so Prince Edward was worried. He pulled out the magic sea dust and swallowed it, and then jumped into the water. As soon as he was in the water, the prince's human legs turned into a tail. Then he started to swim with all his might to look for Arya. Meanwhile, the little mermaid was struggling to bring all 3 large fishing nets together. And she noticed that Vega and Snake were in one of these fishing nets.
Vega? Snake? How did you get caught in these nets? I don't believe it.
What are you doing underwater? I thought you left to be a human.
It doesn't matter. I won't leave my fish friends. I came to save you.
To save us? You?
She said she'd save us.
She said so. Did not you hear it, Snake?
All your arms are stuck in the nets, Vega. You'll never get out of there without help.
That's what you think. The evil sea witch was proud and tried to get free without any help. But she was not successful. Snake, help me! Pull my 4th arm quickly!
Your Majesties.
Use both of your heads, you idiot!
We can't make it, Your Majesty.
Vega, stop! You're making it even worse.
While the mermaid tried to warn Vega, the fishermen threw another net from above. And unfortunately, the mermaid also became stuck in this net.
I got caught! No! Ow! I should have been watching for more nets.
Don't move, Arya. You're going to be stuck more. I will get out of here before you and destroy the entire kingdom. While Mermaid Arya was struggling in the net, Prince Edward arrived.
Edward! Edward! We're here!
The prince, with all his strength and his handy dagger, saved Arya from her net right away.
We've got to stop the pirate fishermen, Princess. Let's hurry, or they'll throw more nets.
Wait here. We will save you.
The mermaid followed the net's rope and swam up so quickly that Prince Edward had a hard time catching up to her. They knew they needed to stop the pirate fishermen quickly before they could drop more nets. Arya came to the surface of the water and shouted at the fishermen.
Hey! Pirate fishermen! You cannot throw nets in the oceans. There are thousands of sea creatures living below. You mustn't harm them.
The pirate fishermen ignored Arya and tried to throw another net into the ocean. Arya, on the other hand, put her hands together and leapt into the air.
It's a mermaid!
The pirates who saw this were scared and amazed when they saw the mermaid.
Hey, look, she's floating.
She's like flying.
Arya's magical power over the ocean created huge waves and strong winds, and sent the ship of the pirate fishermen far away from their nets and the underwater kingdom.
Look at the waves.
Prince Edward worked fast to cut off the nets, and the underwater creatures were freed. Of course, there were a few wicked creatures that fled right away and didn't even give the prince and Arya a thank you. Even though she had been saved, Vega was furious that the mermaid Arya had been the one to save her.
Your Majesties, the little mermaid really saved us, right?
We may have been saved thanks to her, Snake, but this will never change my mission. I will destroy that kingdom, and all treasure will be mine! The fish friends of the Little Mermaid thanked her and the prince for being saved.
We will always be the protectors of the underwater world. Don't worry.
And the sea creatures promised to protect Arya and Edward's ship forever. And once again, the ocean's creatures swam freely in the deep blue water, thanks to the good hearts and courage of Arya and the prince. Peace ruled in the underwater kingdom and spread around the earth. And they lived happily ever after. The Secret of the Little Mermaid. Once upon a time, in the most beautiful castle by the sea, was Princess Arya and Prince Edward. In the evening, they walked along on the pier of the castle and watched the sunset. And in the morning, they swam in the sea to enjoy the sun. None of the other humans in the kingdom knew that Princess Arya was actually a mermaid. Except the prince, of course.
My princess, eventually everyone will figure out that you're a mermaid. Why do you wish to keep it a secret?
Not all people are as kind as you, my prince. If they realize that I'm a mermaid...
Whenever Mermaid Arya thought about telling her secret, she would remember her father's words.
Daughter, you must realize that human beings are harmful.
One day, Arya and her friend, the maid of the castle, were walking along the coast.
Daggy, come on, run and bring it, my boy. Daggy loves you so much, my princess. He is a very loyal, very kind dog, Lily. My princess, I want to ask you something if you allow me. Of course you may ask. The servants in the castle, my friends, the people, everyone thinks you're a mermaid. Is that true?
The mermaid was shocked by the things she heard. She immediately remembered the free and beautiful memories that she had in the oceans.
No, it's not true. I'm a human just like you. I just love swimming and watching the sea creatures. Sorry, my princess. Everyone was asking, so I was wondering too. No problem, Lily. If you'll excuse me, I must go back to the castle and continue my work. Come on, boy, come on!
After Lily left, the little mermaid Arya went to the pier with her dog, Daggy.
I feel very bad because I can't tell the truth, even to my friend, Daggy.
Daggy barked several times, pointing at the ocean. Daggy, are you trying to say that maybe it would be good to see my underwater friends, right? While Lily was working in the castle hall, she came out on the castle's balcony for some fresh air. And she saw Arya down at the pier. Just as Arya stood to jump into the sea, Lily saw Arya's human legs turn into a mermaid tail. She was astounded. Lily ran excitedly and left the castle. She couldn't believe what she'd seen. She started to tell her closest friends what she saw. Meanwhile, Mermaid Arya went to the deep sea kingdom and visited her father Poseidon, her sisters, and her best friend the tiny dolphin, Dolphy, who always listened to Arya's questions.
Dolphy, I'm afraid to tell people that I'm a mermaid. Why are you afraid, Arya? Because humans may not be as understanding as my kind Edward. Yes, but you've always been good to people, Arya, so they won't want to hurt you. You're a mermaid and so lucky. Don't you think they'll understand? You're right, Dolphy. Of course they will be.
As Arya was talking to her tiny friend Dolphy, Lily's friends, back on land, did not believe Lily and thought she was lying.
I'm not lying. I'll prove to you that Princess Arya is a mermaid.
When it was evening on the coast, Lily secretly went to the pier with a glass box and waited for the mermaid Arya to return. Lily was hurt that her friends had laughed at her and that the Princess Arya had denied being a mermaid. After a while, she noticed a ripple on the water and dragged the glass box to the end of the pier and dropped it into the water. The little mermaid Arya was underwater, unaware of Lily's glass box, which was coming down from the pier, almost invisibly in the water. She was about to get out of the water and turn into a human, but she crashed into the glass box in the water. Before she realized what was happening, the lid of the box closed on her.
Help! What's happening? Help me!
When Lily felt the tug on her rope, she pulled the glass box from the sea and left it on the pier. Arya became hopeful for a moment when she saw Lily.
Lily! Lily! Save me! Sorry, Arya. You are a mermaid, and you lied to me. Now I have to prove to my friends that I'm not a liar.
Lily dragged the glass box to an abandoned spot on the coast. Arya tried and tried to get out of the box, but it was locked tightly, and she could not escape. She couldn't call her friends on the land, nor in the sea. Morning finally came, and Lily woke up early to wait for her friends to come. She quickly covered the glass box with a cloth, and little mermaid Arya was not able to do anything. She couldn't see outside the tarp, and she was so very afraid. Lily's friends finally arrived at the beach.
Here is the proof that I'm not a liar. Look at our Princess Arya. All this time she hid from us that she was a mermaid.
Lily's friends were wide-eyed and so shocked that they couldn't even blink. They examined Arya closely to see if it was the princess. They were amazed. But as it happened, the wicked sea witch Vega was watching from the ocean and decided that she could use this situation to her advantage. It looks like Arya needs help. Yes, it looks like this is a perfect opportunity. Vega took her octopus arms out of the water and stretched them towards the beach. She grasped the glass box which Arya was in. Lily and her friends couldn't believe what they saw. and of course they were so scared. Arya pounded on the glass, but could not escape. Vega dragged the little mermaid Arya into the ocean, and the maids stood and did nothing.
No! Oh no! An octopus woman has kidnapped the princess of our country!
Vega opened the lid of the glass box she had kidnapped and released the mermaid Arya.
Vega, you saved me! Thank you so much for your kindness.
Yes, little mermaid, I saved you, and in return, you will give me the key to the treasure of the deep sea kingdom.
What? No!
Yes.
Listen, I'm grateful that you rescued me, but I cannot surrender the key to the treasure of the deep sea kingdom. Friends should be kind without requiring a reward.
Angry at these words, Vega wanted to imprison the mermaid back in the glass box. Then she started throwing ink balls from her octopus arms. However, the little mermaid used her magical sea powers to block the ink balls and stick Vega's dangerous arms into the sand under the water. I will find you, Arya. You owe me a favor.
Favors are done without expecting anything in return, Vega. If you want to be a good person, you need to learn to be a kind friend.
When Arya returned to land, she remembered how awful Lily had treated her, and Arya was deeply sad. She immediately went to Prince Edward to tell him everything that had happened. Then they summoned Lily.
Lily, I'm sorry for not telling the truth. Yes, I'm a mermaid. My home is both the land and the sea, and I love ocean creatures and land people too. I was cruel to you, my princess. I'm so sorry.
The next day, Arya finally revealed to everyone that she was a mermaid. All the people living in the country and even the animals were very, very happy with this news. Because now they had a beautiful princess who could protect them both on land and at sea. Little Mermaid and the Heart of the Ocean. Once upon a time, under the deep blue seas, there was a deep sea kingdom that nobody knew of. All kinds of sea creatures and even very beautiful mermaids were living there. One day, the kingdom's fish found a sparkling stone in the most mysterious part of the ocean. The stone was so beautiful that the fish got excited and wanted to take it to Poseidon, the underwater king. However, this tiny-looking stone was actually very heavy. Therefore, the fish could not take it from the sand. They immediately returned to the deep sea kingdom and told this curious thing to King Poseidon. Later, Poseidon, relying on his own power, went to that mysterious place where the fish had told him about. Tried once, tried twice. He counted to 3 and gave a mighty strong blast using his strongest power. But he couldn't move the stone even a little bit.
There must be something wrong.
As Poseidon approached to take a closer look at the stone, all around him it started to shine, and the spirit of the stone was revealed. Poseidon was stunned to find out where he was.
Now listen to me carefully, King Poseidon. This stone is the heart of the ocean, and I am its very soul. If you move it, seas, lakes, and even rivers will lose their beautiful blue color. All underwater creatures will disappear, and nothing can be as before.
You mean this stone is the heart of the ocean?
Yes, if you move the heart, all undersea life will stop.
The spirit of the ocean's heart suddenly disappeared after warning Poseidon. All that remained was the glow of that beautiful stone. After that day, King Poseidon swore that he would protect the heart of the ocean no matter what. However, there were evil people as well as good ones in the world. One of them was Poseidon's octopus sister named Vega. Vega, a sea witch, always had just one goal, and it was to capture the entire deep sea kingdom and to have the heart of the ocean. Thus, she could rule the ocean world with evil and get anything she ever wanted. I smell the scent of change, Snake.
The scent of what, Your Majesties? I didn't understand.
The scent of what determines the fate of life, Snake. The scent of the heart of the ocean.
Does the hearts of the ocean smells, Your Majesties?
You don't understand anything, Snake.
You're right, Your Majesties. I didn't even understand what I didn't understand anyways.
Sure, they won't understand. Yes, nobody will understand. Well done, Snake.
What, Your Majesties?
The magic of disguise. Yes, in disguise, I will turn into the little mermaid Arya. Thus, I will find the heart of the ocean and take over the kingdom. The sea witch Vega touched the pearl globe twice, and the magic words poured from her mouth. Bubble, bubble, jiggly, miggly, puff. Vega suddenly turned into Little Mermaid Arya.
And I became exactly the same as Princess Aria. Pretty tale.
While she was leaving the cave, Vega warned Snake following her to understand her plan.
Stay in the cave, Snake. If they find out who I am, the whole plan will turn upside down.
Then she started to swim towards the deep sea kingdom. At that time, little Dolphin Dolphy and great whale Willie, Arya's closest friends, greeted her, believing they were seeing Arya.
Aria!
How nice to see you here. Ew, it's not nice to see you.
Are you okay, Aria?
Come on, let's go to the fish park, have some fun, huh?
It's none of your business. Also, the fish park is for baby fish.
But we were having a lot of fun in the park with you, Arya. It used to be. Go and have fun with this big whale. I'm a princess. I can't be seen wasting my time with you and the park. I have a lot of work now. Bye!
Little Dolphin Dolphy and whale Willie were very upset about Arya treating them like that.
Well, it's strange that Arya has treated us so badly and hurt our feelings. I wonder if there's something she didn't tell us.
Maybe Prince Edward would know what's going on.
While the two friends were swimming towards the shore of the castle on the Earth's land, Vega entered the deep sea kingdom, sneaking in disguised as the Little Mermaid Arya. Her sisters welcomed her with great joy. However, Vega didn't even look at them.
Arya, what happened? What's wrong with you? Why is everyone asking me if I'm okay? You bore me. My father, tell me where my dad is right now. Arya, why are you being so rude? Fine, don't tell me. I will find him myself. Get out.
Vega left Arya's mermaid sisters and went to look for Poseidon. Little Dolphin Dolphy and Great Whale Willie arrived at the castle's shore.
Prince Edward!
Prince Edward.
When the prince heard their voices, he immediately ran to the end of the pier.
Dolphy? Willie?
Prince Edward, did something happen to Arya?
She is treating everyone very badly today.
Arya never went in the water today. She was in the castle with me all day.
Huh?
The little mermaid, who saw Prince Edward talking with her closest friends on the pier, came to them immediately.
Arya? If you are here, then who is this other person that looks just like Arya being mean to everyone under the water?
The real mermaid Aria was very surprised when she found out that there is another Arya underwater.
I have a guess, of course. Let's go.
Arya quickly jumped from the pier into the sea, and her human legs turned into a fishtail, and she swam quickly into the deep sea kingdom. But until the little mermaid reached the kingdom, Vega, in disguise as Arya, had already found Poseidon.
Oh, come on, my dear King Father. I will only look at the heart of the ocean once. Please.
Why do you insist so much, Arya? I said no to you 12 times.
But please, please. I said please.
While Vega was about to use her evil powers, the real mermaid Arya had arrived.
Arya? What's going on? Which of you is real?
Daddy, I'm the real one. She is the sea witch, Vega. Oh, no, my King Father. I am the real one.
Poseidon was so confused that he couldn't understand which one was his real daughter.
She's trying to trick you, Dad. Let's go to the heart of the ocean.
Heart of the ocean? I would never touch it, Vega. Never! At that moment, Poseidon realized that Arya, who was trying to protect the heart of the ocean, was his real daughter. Then he lifted his wand and pointed it at the other Arya. And the strong lightning strikes revealed Vega's true face. No! My spell was broken!
Now get back to your cave immediately before I hurt you more, Vega.
I'm leaving now, but it's not over yet. The heart of the ocean will be mine. Sea Witch Vega said her last words and left the deep sea kingdom. King Poseidon and his dear daughter Arya swore that they would protect the soul and heart of the ocean forever. Because especially the good people know how precious even a tiny stone for life can be. The Little Mermaid and the Sea Witch Vega. Once upon a time, there was a very different and wonderful life in the deepest parts of the oceans. Dolphins were swimming and singing, and huge whales were dancing with tiny fish. The Little Mermaid Arya, on the other hand, sometimes was having fun with her sisters living in the underwater kingdom, and sometimes spending time with Prince Edward in the castle on land. How beautiful the sunset is, isn't it, my prince? The sky looks like it's falling asleep.
When you fall asleep, you are as beautiful as this sunset, Arya.
There was also a witch named Vega in this beautiful, peaceful, and fun underwater world. Snake! Pull those muscles aside. I'm getting confused about which way to go.
All right, Your Majesties. Get out of our ways.
Where are these tracks? Where?
It's very difficult to track things under the waters.
Yes, but that old turtle must have left a mark somewhere. Vega set out that day to find the oldest turtle in the ocean. Her goal was to learn the location of the heart of the ocean. She thought that if she could capture the heart of the ocean, she could rule not only the deep sea kingdom, but the whole world. However, she was unaware that the beautiful ocean life could end if the heart of the ocean moved even a little. While the villains continued to try and track, the underwater king Poseidon went to visit the little mermaid Aria.
Hey, it's my father, Poseidon. Father!
Arya, my beautiful daughter.
What is the reason for this surprise visit, Daddy?
My daughter, people keep polluting the seas. Our fish friends collect garbage every day, but still it does not help. On behalf of my people, I apologize to you very much, my king. You have to teach the people not to pollute the oceans. I will take care of this personally, my dear king.
Just as King Poseidon was going, the little mermaid said she wanted to come and help them.
Father, I'll help my fish friends forge a clean life in the ocean.
While Poseidon and Arya were collecting the garbage thrown into the sea, the sea witch Vega and Snake finally found the place of the old turtle. However, the turtle was sleeping so deeply that they could not wake him up.
Wake up, turtle! Wake up!
The old turtle continued to sleep deeply, even though Vega was knocking loudly, and Snake constantly disturbed him by swimming around.
We finally found him, and he's sleeping. I guess we won't be able to wake him up, Your Majesties.
So I'll give these delicious seaweeds to someone else. Just then, hearing the words delicious seaweed, the turtle suddenly opened his eyes.
Huh? Did someone say seaweed? That's my favorite.
We made so much noise, but you woke up to that?
The secret of my long life is hidden in my sleeping. But I would gladly give up some sleep for delicious seaweed. Did I mention that it's my favorite? Yeah. Just exactly how old are you, Sleepy Turtle? I stopped counting after I was 150 years old. Of course, I may have slept through a decade or two.
Huh. You are older than I expected.
Oh, this is so good. Did I mention it's my favorite?
Since you are this old, I guess you can answer the question I wanted to ask you.
Well, that would depend on what the question is.
Where is the stone that is the heart of the ocean? When the old turtle heard this question, he stopped for a moment, and his eyes widened.
I can't answer that question.
So you know its place. Tell me quickly, where is the heart of the ocean? when the old turtle persisted in not telling where the heart of the ocean is. "If you won't answer me, I'll cast a spell on you that will cause you to be unable to sleep forever." The old turtle was so afraid of this magic spell that Vega threatened him with that he had to tell the place of the stone. "That's it. Thanks, old turtle. Take it. Here's some more seaweed." The sea witch Vega and Snake set off to the heart of the ocean. The old turtle went in search of Poseidon to tell him what happened. At that time, Poseidon and Arya, who were cleaning the garbage thrown into the ocean, saw the ancient turtle.
Hey! The old turtle has come to help us too!
Oh, I'm so glad I found you.
Old turtle, you should not tire yourself. You should go and rest.
There is something very important that I have to tell you, my king.
What is it? I am listening.
Well, I was napping since last year, and then a weird octo lady woke me up with seaweed and...
The old turtle told Poseidon everything that had happened to him. Poseidon and Arya started swimming quickly to protect the heart of the stone.
I hope we can reach the heart of the ocean before it's too late.
The sea witch Vega and Snake had already reached the heart of the ocean. Vega wrapped her octopus arms around the heart of the ocean and began to pull. It is heavier than I expected. While Vega was about to move the heart of the ocean, the soul of the stone was revealed. Stop! Stop now! Don't touch the heart of the ocean. Huh? Who are you? The heart of the ocean will be mine. Get out! Vega didn't listen to the soul of the heart of the ocean and lifted the stone with all her might. Now I have all control over the oceans. Just then, Poseidon and little mermaid Arya arrived.
Vega, put the heart of the ocean in its place immediately.
Otherwise, all sea life will come to an end.
You are lying. The waters suddenly began to lose their blueness as Vega took the heart of the ocean and went away. The fish around could not swim. Seaweeds and corals were slowly disappearing. The heart of the ocean was also about to lose its beautiful shine.
Vega, you too are a sea creature like us, so you too will disappear.
At that moment, Vega realized that she couldn't move her octopus arms and was terrified. They're telling the truth. If I disappear, I can't conquer the deep-sea kingdom. Vega finally agreed to leave the heart of the ocean back where it belonged. The stone started to shine again. Fish started to swim. Seaweeds started to come to life, and the waters started to turn blue. Although Poseidon and the little mermaid Arya were very happy that the ocean came back, the sea witch Vega angrily returned to her cave because she could not get what she wanted. The power of the heart of the ocean was restored, and life flourished once more. All creatures living underwater have forever claimed this heart of the ocean, which allows everyone to live freely, because it is everyone's responsibility, human or fish, big or small, to protect life in the oceans. Little Mermaid Arya and the Great Fire. Once upon a time, the beautiful mermaid Arya was living in a great castle by the sea. thanks to her human legs, she was able to run freely on the beach. Picking fruits from the trees and feeding her animal friends with great pleasure.
You little squirrels are so cute!
One day, when Arya was returning from the beach to the castle, she stopped at the pier to look at the sea. In the distance, she saw big waves and some smoke over the sea. She thought that something must be wrong.
Those waves are huge! Bad things must be happening underwater.
She leaped off the pier in a panic and started to swim to the bottom. Her fishtail appeared as soon as she went into the water. As she swam, she noticed that the temperature in the water was changing.
Oh, that's not right. The water is supposed to get colder the deeper I go. Why is it getting warmer?
The water became so warm that the tip of Arya's tail turned red. Poseidon, the deep-sea king, also noticed that the ocean was getting hot. He immediately stuck the tip of his trident in the sand to check the temperature of the ocean floor. He thought that if the tip of the wand turns red, he must intervene immediately. It was just as he feared. The tip of his trident turned red of how hot the sand was.
If this temperature rises any further, it will be a disaster for all sea creatures.
Poseidon quickly left the deep-sea kingdom and started swimming toward the hottest place in the water. The little mermaid Arya saw that the schools of fish she encountered on the way were badly affected by the temperature of the water. Just then, little dolphin Dolphy came to Arya, and his tail was red from the heat.
Arya, I was swimming to find you. What's going on? Why is the water so hot? Look at my tail. Yes, our tails are turning red, Dolphy. We cannot stand this heat. Look, even the mussels are turning red. Dolphy, take the other fish to the surface of the water, and I'll go find the source of this heat.
While the little dolphin, Dolphy, was swimming to the surface of the water with other fish, Arya made a strong, magical water bubble to protect her from the hotter water. With her bubble, she was able to swim further and further towards the source of the hot water. The sea witch Vega, the evil octopus of the ocean, was not affected by the heat in the water. In fact, she was in a very good mood. What do you think about the heat of my cave, Snake?
This weather is splendid for a vacation, Your Majesties. It's toasties.
Then let's increase the temperature outside a little more and have some fun. The sea witch Vega had set such a magical fire below her cave that the ocean floor was as hot as fire. Let's increase this fire a little more so all the fishes will run away and the deep sea kingdom will be left to me. Just as Vega was about to raise the fire with her powerful magic, her brother Poseidon, the king, arrived next to her.
How could you do this to us? Because of the heat, thousands of fish had to leave their homes and flee to the water's surface. You could destroy all our world.
Poseidon! Stay away! Stay away! Or I will make this fire even bigger and hotter. Poseidon did not listen to Vega, and even though it was very hot, he used his magic trident and tried to put out the fire. But that didn't work. "You can never put out this fire, Poseidon. Stand back now." When Poseidon did not back down, Vega started firing fireballs at him. He could not protect himself. His tail turned red because of the heat. When his power diminished, he felt weak and tried to retreat towards the water's surface. But Vega the Sea Witch saw her opportunity to defeat the king and threw a net on him. Just then, Mermaid Arya found Vega's secret, magical fire. "Vega, I should have understood that you were the one who set fire under the water and scared the fish. Stay away, Arya, or else I'll cast a spell on you, like I did to your father."
Arya, be careful. The heat is increasing.
Vega shook her octopus arms to make the magical fire burn even hotter and bigger. But the little mermaid wasn't afraid of Vega at all, knowing she was safe inside the protective bubble. "Don't worry, Father. I will put an end to this fire and free you." Arya gathered all her strength and approached the fire with the bubble that she was in. But then, Vega started shooting out flames at the little mermaid with her octopus arms. Arya's protective bubble stopped the flames and protected her. "I could put this big fire out with an ice cube." Mermaid Arya immediately focused on her strength and made a tiny ice cube in her hands. She blew the ice cube out of the bubble, and it grew and grew until it was huge. Vega the Sea Witch, watching what happened, couldn't hide her astonishment when she saw the size of the ice. "Oh no! No! No!" The ice cube fell onto the fire in such a way that the flame at the bottom of the sea was extinguished. Then Mermaid Arya rescued her father Poseidon, who was trapped in the net. Poseidon waved his mighty wand towards Vega and banished her into very, very deep, far, far away waters.
You managed to put out the fire, Arya. On behalf of the entire Sea Kingdom, I thank you, my beautiful daughter.
When the temperature of the water returned to normal, all fish, mussels, and turtles happily returned to their home in the deeps.
All right, this is great. We're safe again.
Seawater was always icy, but the fish that lived in it never lost the warmth in their hearts.
Hello, my friends. I'm so glad you're all safe.
Little Mermaid Arya and Iceberg Magic. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a beautiful castle by the sea. The strong, handsome prince of this castle was Edward, and the dear princess was Mermaid Arya. On one windy day, Prince Edward, Arya, and their crew embarked on a cruise to explore new lands. During the voyage, as the crew was busy working, Prince Edward used his binoculars to scan the distant horizon. Mermaid Arya was controlling the speed of the wind in the air.
Oh, I see a new land ahead.
Oh,
Yay!
Land ho!
Prince Edward immediately took the helm to steer the ship towards the land he saw far away. However, the ship was going so fast that everyone fell from one side to the other.
Oh no! Oh, whoa!
And the cartographer lost his balance and dropped the map into the sea.
No, not the map! Not the map! Captain! Captain! I dropped the map! I'm sorry!
Prince Edward saw the map disappear into the waves.
No, we need that map! Arya, he dropped the map!
Maybe we can navigate by following the clouds. Arya and Prince Edward looked up at the sky, but there were no clouds in the sky. Everyone on the ship began to think about how to navigate this wavy sea without a map. Meanwhile, the double-headed snake, living in the underwater world, found that important map dropped by the sailors.
Another piece of trash dropped by humans.
Snake got the map and took it to Vega, the underwater world's witch.
Your Majesties, while getting around, I found this papers. If you don't need it, I'll give it to the scavengers fishes.
Vega the sea witch picked up the paper that Snake brought. She looked at it and realized that it was a royal discovery map. This is the map Prince Edward uses, Snake.
What? A map?
Yes!
So what are we going to do with this maps, Your Majesties?
You have two heads. At least use one of them, Snake. The evil witch Vega made a plan to track down the ship that Prince Edward and Mermaid Aria were on and make the ship sink. Meanwhile, Mermaid Aria decided she would swim down into the sea to try to find the lost map underwater. Her magical fishtail came back as she dove deep into the ocean water. It wasn't long until her friend Dolphy found her. Dolphy, we dropped our map during our discovery journey. Have you seen the map somewhere around here?
Arya, if a paper map falls into the water, it gets wet and falls apart. You probably won't be able to find the pieces.
Yes, but this is an ocean exploration map. It was made from a waterproof paper used by sailors.
So we can visit the scavenger fish and ask him.
The little mermaid and the tiny dolphin swam quickly to the scavenger fish. The scavenger fish collected everything that people dropped into the sea. They didn't realize that Vega had already found the map and used a magical spell to create a dangerous iceberg in front of Prince Edward's ship. As Prince Edward was steering the ship, he carefully watched the ocean waves and saw the iceberg just in time.
Oh, what?
He turned the rudder sharply in order to steer away from the iceberg.
What was that? We almost hit a huge iceberg! Oh, my prince, if I hadn't dropped the map, we wouldn't have come across this iceberg at all. Get on deck now and watch the waves ahead.
Vega the Sea Witch continued to cast spells underwater and brought up another iceberg.
We will sink that ship, Snake!
While Vega was trying to sink the prince's ship, Arya and Dolphy reached the scavenger fish.
Hello, scavenger fish.
Oh, little mermaid Arya. Hello. Hello.
Could you help me? We lost a map. I mean, we dropped it into the sea while we were on the ship, and...
What did your map look like?
It was made of a special waterproof paper, rolled up like a scroll.
Mermaid Arya and Dolphy waited for the scavenger fish.
I'm so sorry, Mermaid Aria. I have nothing like the thing you asked for.
Arya and Dolphy left the scavenger fish sadly.
Dolphy, I will swim back up to the ship and try to guide the crew. I will help you too.
Vega the Sea Witch finally managed to stop the prince's ship with icebergs. As a strong wind was about to make the ship tip over, Mermaid Arya arrived.
Vega, how did you find us? What are these icebergs?
Dolphy noticed that Vega was holding a piece of paper.
Arya, look, there's a paper in her hands. It must be the map.
Have you been looking for this?
Give me that map back now, Vega.
Vega lit a fire in her hand and was going to burn the map. But Mermaid Arya sent out a huge wave and extinguished the fire in Vega's palm. In the meantime, the dolphin Dolphy jumped into the water and grabbed the map with his mouth. Seeing this, Arya created another huge wave and threw it at Vega. So, Vega the Sea Witch was buried deep in the ocean. Arya took the map from Dolphy and climbed back onto the ship deck. The crew and Prince Edward greeted her with applause.
Yay!
3 cheers for Princess Aria!
Hooray! I'm proud of you and your courage, my princess.
Aye, Princess Aria, she's got the map back! Aye, long live the princess! Aye, yeah!
Then, all aboard!
These kind-hearted people, searching out new islands and beautiful lands that have not been explored in the oceans, could always find the right path, thanks to their intelligence and courage, even when their map wasn't in their hands. It was in their hearts.
In the deep blue depths of the underwater world, the Shark Gang found a treasure chest glowing with gold while they were on the hunt for fresh prey. They just started circling around. They tried to open the chest with their sharp and huge teeth, but they failed.
It's locked so tight it won't open. The chest is full of gold for sure. Look how it shines. Do you think it's enough to buy the underwater kingdom?
The scary Shark Gang created a sea hose with a quick wag of their tails to open the chest. But the box didn't move even just a little bit. This time, the sharks tried to cut the chest with their pointed fins, but the chest was still not opening. As a last resort, they had bitten the chest in one swift move with their frightening teeth. But the chest was still not opening.
There must be a way to open this chest.
The Shark Gang threw sand at the chest with their noses so no one else could see it. At that moment, a light came out of the keyhole of the chest, flew over the sand, and disappeared.
It shines so bright! Someone will definitely see it! We'll never be able to hide it!
Meanwhile, in the Earthland, Prince Edward and Mermaid Aria were traveling by ship when they saw a relief bottle floating on the water.
Quickly, bring me that bottle!
A soldier and his crew caught the bottle with a long net and handed it to Prince Edward. "This must be a letter of aid, my prince," The prince took the note out of the bottle.
Our island heritage, hidden for centuries in a golden chest, has been lost. If we don't find it, our island will be in darkness forever. Written by Shadow Island people.
As I guessed, the Shadow Island people need my help, my prince. Otherwise, the sun will not rise on the Shadow Island. Arya jumped into the sea without wasting any time. Her feet turned into a mermaid's tail as soon as she entered the water. She looked deep into the coral reefs to find the chest, but couldn't find it. She wandered among the sea plants, but the chest was not there either. When she fell into despair, she saw the brightly shining chest. At that moment, 3 sharks tried to carry the golden chest with their noses.
I'm gonna buy the kingdom of Poseidon with the gold in this chest. And I'm gonna get my dental veneers with the gold in this chest.
And I'll buy a dolphin and get on it and ride around.
Hey! Quickly get away from that chest! You should not touch other people's belongings without permission. The chest belongs to the Shadow Island residents. The shark gang started circling around Arya to scare her.
Everything in these seas is ours, little mermaid.
Just as the shark gang was about to attack the little mermaid, Arya swam away with her powerful fishtail and easily took the golden chest and moved away. The shark gang was shocked that Arya was able to get the chest so easily. They immediately started chasing after her.
We found the chest! It's ours! Leave it right now!
Arya went through a rock hole with the chest to avoid the sharks that were fast after her. Even though the 2 sharks of the gang were able to get through the hole, the boss shark got stuck inside it.
Save me! I'm stuck between the rocks! Ah!
When the gang sharks couldn't save their boss from the hole, they left him there and went after Arya greedily. After swimming for a while, they saw a green tail behind the mossy sea rock ahead.
We found you, you little mermaid! Surrender or be ready to fight!
The moment one of the sharks bit the tail behind the rock, he started trembling. Because the tail he bit off belonged to an electric eel.
I guess I won't be able to move! You go after the chest!
The other shark got greedy and went after the chest alone. Meanwhile, Little Mermaid Arya got tired of carrying the chest and slowed down. Seizing this opportunity, the shark was about to sneak up and catch Arya. But Arya got rid of the shark with the small waves she created by waving her tail from side to side. Immediately after, she threw the chest towards the surface of the water with all her might, and she swam in the opposite direction, confusing the shark.
Should I catch the chest or the mermaid? Chest or mermaid? Chest or mermaid?
Just then, the chest fell on the shark's head, and the shark was thrown into the depths of the sea. And Arya took the chest and swam quickly to the ship. As soon as she jumped on the deck, the fishtail turned into a human foot again. The prince was very happy when he saw the chest in Arya's hand. My prince, let's go to the island without delay and return the chest to the rightful owners. The Little Mermaid Arya and Prince Edward have delivered the chest to the Shadow Island residents. The people on the island were so happy that they immediately opened the lid with excitement. There was only one lamp in the chest, but this lamp was magic. Thus, the island of shadows suddenly turned into an island of light and became illuminated. Aria and Prince Edward set sail again from this bright island. At that time, the shark gang found another treasure chest deep in the sea.
Whoa! Look! Another treasure chest!
The evil shark gang happily approached the chest, and suddenly a huge yellow octopus came out of the chest and jumped at them. He threw each of them far away with his arms. After that day, the members of the shark gang understood that other people's belongings should not be touched without permission, albeit with difficulty.
There was a magnificent sea kingdom in the middle of a vast ocean. The youngest princess of this kingdom, the mermaid Arya, was very excited to go on an ocean trip that day.
Daddy, we haven't been on an ocean trip together in a long time. Would you like to come with me?
Today, I'm going to build a shelter for the fish families from sinking ships, my beautiful daughter. I might join you on the next trip.
Then I'll come back to help you when I get back.
The little mermaid swam into the depths of the ocean. A frightful school of fish and a family of turtles passed by.
Hey! What's going on? What are you running from?
Run, mermaid, run! A huge gate draws everyone in!
The mermaid created a bubble shield for herself and swam quickly towards the mysterious gate. She was very surprised to find that there was indeed a closed gate in the depths of the ocean. When she got a little closer, the gate suddenly opened and a big vortex engulfed the mermaid Arya. Arya found herself in a completely different ocean. The fish and corals here were colorless, and the water was turbid and dirty. When Arya looked back in surprise, the vortex was closed and the mysterious gate was gone. She noticed the starfish at the bottom of the cliffs as she hurried around.
Hello, starfish? Oh, I think I'm lost. Can you help me?
Was? Was für ein Ding bist du? Ich weiß nicht, was du sagst.
Seeing a sea person for the first time in their lives, the starfish hid under rocks in fear. The mermaid, on the other hand, did not understand why the stars were running away from her because they were speaking in a language she did not know. Meanwhile, she saw a pale and tired lobster approaching her.
Hey, lobster! I think I'm lost. Can you help me?
Cosa? Scusa, ma non ti capisco. E non capisco neanche se sei un essere umano o un pesce.
Oh, ihati! Kami
Oh, no. I don't speak the same language as you, little fish. How are we going to understand each other?
The little mermaid, Arya, tried to ask for help using her hands, but the lobster was afraid of these movements and immediately ran away from there. Just when the little mermaid decided to swim to the land, she saw a blowfish in the distance. She swam to him quickly and asked for help.
Please help me, blowfish. I'm lost and I can't go back.
Oh, eres una persona del mar?
I can't understand what you're saying. But I won't hurt you. Don't worry.
When the mermaid Arya gave her hand to the blowfish panicked for a moment and inflated his poisonous fin, and his fin touched the little mermaid. The little mermaid fell weak on the spot and sank to the bottom of the water with her eyes closed. Time has flown. Poseidon, the underwater king, was looking for his daughter Arya, who had not returned to the kingdom for hours.
Keep searching the ocean!
When the little mermaid regained consciousness, she opened her eyes in the house of an old jellyfish. The old jellyfish was waiting beside Arya. You have finally come to life! Ah, finally a creature I speak the same language with! Oh, thank you for saving me! The jellyfish told Arya that she also had accidentally come to this side of the ocean years ago, and then could never return. That's why I learned every language here. But my power is not enough to make this place beautiful, Mermaid. Oh, I have a solution in mind, but we have to find the mysterious gate first. Mermaid Arya and the old jellyfish swam together to the far reaches of the ocean. Then the old jellyfish whistled loudly. Suddenly, a lot of squid pupils gathered around her. The jellyfish asked them to release their ink at the same time. The mysterious gate, which was transparent the moment the fish released their ink, suddenly became visible. But no matter how hard they pushed, the gate didn't open. Therefore, the little mermaid created a hammer from water bubbles and hit the gate with great force. Thus, as the gate opened, they found themselves in the other ocean. Together, they swam to the Sea Kingdom. Arya told her father Poseidon, one by one, how unclean and neglected that completely different world she saw was.
The thing to do is clear. We will clean that water as soon as possible, and we will provide a nice habitat for the fish.
Together, they swam to the place where the mysterious gate was located. Poseidon raised his hand and created such great waves that the mysterious gate appeared for a moment and then shattered. Thus, the two oceans came together. The waters became clean, and the sea creatures were very happy. In the meantime, Poseidon, realizing that the fish had difficulty in understanding each other's languages, turned a sunken ship into a school. Thus, all the fish would have been able to learn each other's languages. No me envenenarás más, ¿verdad, pequeña burbuja?
I won't hurt you again, Mermaid. I'm sorry.
After Poseidon cleaned the waters, all the fish joined hands to beautify this new world where they learned each other's languages. Because every new language always opens the gates of a new world. An enthusiastic preparation had begun in the deep sea kingdom in the depths of the ocean. Because the next day was the birthday of the youngest princess of the kingdom, the beautiful mermaid Arya. While everyone was getting their presents ready, the little dolphin Dolphy set out to choose a nice gift for the mermaid. After a long swim, he saw a sparkle ahead. That shimmer came from the ocean pearl, which the mussel was tightly guarding. Moreover, many sea creatures were waiting in line to get a glimpse of the pearl's brilliance. Dolphy thought this pearl would make a nice gift for Arya. Just then, the sea witch Vega appeared, and all the fish ran away in fear. Ah, the brightest pearl I've ever seen in a long time! It must be mine! Without asking anyone, Vega took the pearl from the mussel with a fury. Oh, Vega, please give my pearl back. It needs to grow and mature. Vega did not listen to what was said and walked away with the pearl in her hand. And Dolphy secretly followed them because he wanted to take the pearl. But the sneaky snake spotted Dolphy.
Her Majesties, this silly dolphin is behind us. I think he's after the pearls.
Ugh! Don't bother me! Take care of it! Snake threw grains of sand at the tiny dolphin with his tail.
Ouch! Stop! What are you doing?
The moment Dolphy squinted because of the sand, Snake didn't stop and threw a moss ivy at him. Unable to get rid of the moss, Dolphy fell helplessly behind a rock. Vega's goal was to make a shiny ring by making a hole right in the middle of the pearl. She gathered all the materials for this. The next day, the little mermaid Arya heard a mussel crying while she was searching everywhere for Dolphy. Oh, what's wrong, Mussel? Why are you crying? Oh, Pearl, the sea witch Vega took my pearl, and it was so small. Oh, please don't be upset, dear Mussel. I'll get the pearl back. But first, I have to find Dolphy. Mussel told her that Dolphy also wanted the pearl that Vega took, and then went after Vega. Oh no! Vega can harm not only the pearl, but also Dolphy! The little mermaid swam frantically towards Vega's cave. On the other hand, Vega was going to take a thin stick in her hand and make a hole in the pearl. But then, suddenly, the pearl's shine gradually faded. She put the pearl inside a seashell and waved her octopus arms to cast a glow spell on it. However, just then, Snake swam fast and crashed into the seashell and dropped the pearl to the ground. The pearl rolled and got stuck in the crack of a rock in the ground. Oh! What do you think you're doing while I'm trying to cast a spell here, huh?
Don't be angry, Your Majesties. I'll get the pearls out of theirs.
Snake, with his 2 heads and tail, barely tried to pull out the pearl, but he couldn't do it. Oh, Snake! You ruined all my plans! Get out of my sight now! Snake quietly stepped out of the cave. Seeing the turtles swimming happily ahead, he teased them.
Don't swim here! Her Majesty is disturbed!
The turtles looked at each other, and as they sped away from there, they heard a sob behind the cliffs. As they approached the cliff, they saw the tiny dolphin Dolphy squirming and crying inside the moss ivy he was trapped in.
What happened to you, Dolphy?
Snake trapped me here. Please save me.
No matter how hard the turtles tried, they could not dissolve the moss because they needed strong hands to untie the knot. Just then, Mermaid Arya saw the turtles near the cave. As she approached them, she noticed Dolphy. Oh, Dolphy! I will save you! Arya has finally saved her little dolphin friend with her strong hands.
I'm so sorry, Mermaid. I just wanted to present you a beautiful pearl for your birthday.
Your friendship is much more precious than any gift you can give me, Dolphy. Now let's take the pearl and return it to its real owner. Mermaid and Dolphy went to the sea witch's cave together. Vega was very surprised to see Arya there. What are you doing here, princess? Vega, it's wrong to take something that isn't yours without permission. Please return that tiny pearl. I'm not going to ask you what to do. Get out of my cave now, or I'll drown you in ink.
Aria, look! The pearl fell into the crack!
When the mermaid bent down to pick up the pearls stuck in the crack, Vega started throwing balls of ink with her octopus arms. Dolphy stopped the ink from getting to Arya with his tail, but he was completely covered in black ink. The mermaid managed to get the pearl from the crack with great difficulty and then quickly left. What good would a pearl that has already lost its shine do? The mermaid and Dolphy went to the mussel, carefully carrying the pearl. The young mussel was very happy to see the pearl she had lost. When the mermaid delivered the pearl to the mussel, the pearl sparkled again. They collect pearls before they're ripe and turn off their shine. Thank you so much for bringing it back to me. The little dolphin Dolphy was very happy that the pearl reached its real owner. Later, they all attended the mermaid's birthday party and had a good time. And Dolphy learned that from now on, he should not do dangerous things and that friendship is more valuable than the brightest pearl.